YouTube? Topaz Jace back for another daily review, and this one is to that T.I. We Will Not, in which this is T.I. on some socially conscious material, man, where he's ultimately rapping about being revolutionary. What upsets me about it is how he fits so much into such a small space and didn't even attempt to make a full quality song out of it. But ultimately, I agree with a lot of the things that he's saying on it. Like how he's saying if you're violent towards your own people, but yet you're never that way towards the society that's coming against you at all times, then you need to stay home because you are super weak. I absolutely feel that. Like, we see that all too many times. Like, all of these gangsters and everything that's out there, man, they want to go ahead and be so violent towards their own people because they know they can get away with it. See, they know that police won't let them get away with that, but yet if they try to kill them, a white dude, they'll go away for life, maybe get the death penalty. T.I. also says something interesting about how they assassinate all of our leaders, but yet the people that mislead us, the people that take us down the wrong paths, they always get promoted, and he's absolutely right about that, man. Like, a lot of you guys really need to follow Tariq Nasheed, man, because as of recently, he's been going in on the Boule. For those of you who don't know who that is, it's a black secret society, man, who a lot of the members, not all of them, ultimately are put in place to put black people down. Like, a lot of these dudes like Sharpton and such, man, they are called Killian members of the Boule, man, in which they are vetted by white supremacists to get put into certain positions. Then T.I. goes into pretty much calling for a boycott from athletes and from people going out and not shopping and all of that, man. And you know what? I'm all for that. That's exactly what needs to happen. But yet, people these days ain't strong like they used to be, bruh. And it's ultimately because this system that we living in have given certain individuals who have been vetted by white supremacists and such, they start giving them things. So now all of these athletes and stuff that's making all of these millions of dollars and stuff, they do not want to do anything to risk those millions because these white people will take it all back, and we've seen it all too many times happen. And when it comes to boycotting like shops and everything like that, we've seen people try to organize it, in which they organize it for maybe 1-2 days or something like that, but then after those 2 days they gonna go back and buy everything that they was gonna buy for those 2 days and such, man. So ultimately, just not built like that. See, what people don't understand is when all people boycotted the buses and everything, that boycott lasted a whole year and it brought cities to their knees. Then T.I. jumps into the whole school to prison pipeline system, man, which ultimately, he's talking a lot of real stuff here. And how he finished it off was rather epic with a skit from Malcolm X, man, which is still true to this day. It's crazy how things that he said back then still are being run today. Now, I definitely do have my issues with this track, though. I feel as though that production wasn't all that strong. I felt as though it could have been a full song as well, could have had a hook on it. But then, you got to be very wary of the individuals that be calling for this type of stuff. As much as I love T.I., as much as I love his music and such, man, you cannot deny the fact that he got caught with these guns that was carrying a fad charge of 10 years and got out in 10 months. Like, these are the types of questions you gotta bring up when people try to throw their hat in the ring of being leaders of trying to do such things. But still a track I recommend people to go ahead and peep out, but this concludes today's review, man, and now we're gonna jump into a brief instrumental from underground producer Dude with Swag, but we take some of your questions. So a question that I get asked all too many times, man, is people ask me, where can I find these particular songs? Because I guess they take them down off of YouTube and all of that, man. And here's the thing, I can't give you the link or tell you where it's at because people be watching my shows, man, and they just be itching to give me copyright strikes. But the reality of life, man, is you can find everything by a simple Google search, bruh. And this guy Gory says that I never raped any of Jay Electronica's projects and such. And you wanna know the reason why I never raped Jay Electronica's projects? Is because I only raped mixtapes and albums and EPs of full bodies of work. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpaz.com, that's down there, to read today's article.